Okay, so this is a new setup that I've got for the Lanterne Rouge reviews. Um, I wanted to use some of the equipment that we love, some of this older, neglected, obsolete equipment in a setup that uh, I think is pretty awesome, and I want to share it with you. This year, going into 2026, I really want to step up my YouTube production value and frequency of content. I really want to make this a big year for my YouTube channel, and I thank everybody that's been watching and commenting on the channel because it really does give me the incentive to keep producing videos. I've been on YouTube for I think close to 17 years now, and there's been ups and there's been downs, but I really do enjoy the process of documenting some of the stuff that I'm interested in, including these older cinema cameras. And I think that the core underlying reason for me wanting to talk about these older cameras and give them a second life or even a third life. Some of these cameras are so old that they've been through multiple steps of production levels, so to speak. I think it's really cool to document parts of your life or, you know, whatever it may be, trips or holidays, events, whatever it is, take these tools that are readily available and very inexpensive on the secondhand market and create beautiful images and beautiful movies and films about yourself and your family as a memory and a bit of a legacy. In years gone by and decades past, only the very wealthiest and elite of society had access to documenting their lives back in the day with film cameras, film cinema cameras, and film cameras. There was like a trickle down effect, and eventually regular, everyday, normal people have now gained access to equipment that was like the exclusive purview of the elite and Hollywood and like this big establishment media block that is kind of crumbling before us. Today, I want to talk about the studio setup using the FS700, so the fan favorite Sony FS700. I've talked about in the past how we had a podcast set up with the FS700s, and still have we still utilize that setup occasionally. But what I've got set up right now is my small office, my home studio office, set up with the FS700s. I've got three of them today. I've just got two. I've got the camera in front of me, and then I've got this one over here. So we've got two inputs, but we do have a third in FS700, and that's this one right back here. It's not connected right now, but that is also an FS700. All of them have the raw firmware, but in this case, what they're doing is they're going via HDMI into the Atem Mini. I just have the basic Atem Mini. I don't have the Pro or the ISO. This basic Atem Mini is 4 inputs, and right now I'm using 2 of them, 2 cameras. And then the Atem Mini, from the HDMI out, I go into a Elgato capture card that's going into an M4 Mac Mini. And so what I'm doing is, instead of using the Atem as a webcam using USB-C, I'm taking the HDMI output and I'm going directly into a capture card on the M4 Mac Mini, and then I'm running OBS on the Mac Mini. And this is a great little setup. And here's the thing that makes it even cooler. So what we have is for audio, I have the MixPre 3, the Sound Devices MixPre 3, and I'm using a Rode Procaster large diaphragm mic. And so that audio is going into via USB output. It's going into the M4 as well, into OBS, and that's our audio source. Okay, now from the FS700s, we've got them set up on Picture Profile 7, and which is the S-Log gamut that you have to get a log output. It goes log output into OBS, and I can show you actually what that looks like if I go into, so I'll go into the filters, and then I'm just going to shut off the filter, the LUT that I have. So this is the S-Log 2 picture profile going into OBS from the Atem. And then what I've done is I've paid for downloads from Phantom LUTs, and I have the RE LUTs. And what I've got here, and I'll just put it on again, is the Phantom RE Vision LUT. And there's, I don't know, 5 or 6 different LUTs in the Phantom LUT package. And you can set that up in OBS so that you're taking log footage in. So both of the cameras have the same LUT. So if I turn off the LUT there, you got the S-Log on this camera as well. And back onto the RE LUT. And so now we've got a really rich, nice look. Of course, we love the RE look here at the Red Lantern reviews. The RE Alexa Classic is one of the oldest and fairest of the collection, and we love that RE look. So really cool little setup here. What does it come down to? There's a little bit involved here. I mean, you could do it differently and less expensively. You don't necessarily need the MixPre 3. You could have a microphone going directly into the Atem Mini, or you could have your mics just set up on one of your cameras and be taking the audio from HDMI. So that's an option. You could be you could just USB it into your Mini or your whatever computer you have to capture, and then use OBS. So that's all you would need. I have the capture card because I think you get a little bit better image quality if you take a HDMI out and capture that. And then I record it into ProRes with the hardware encoder on the M4 processor. So that's the setup that I've got. If you have any questions about this little setup, this is the beginning. So we're right now December 30th. So tomorrow's New Year's Eve. 2026, I've got big plans, and I haven't been doing videos for the last, not many videos for the last couple of months, because I've been on a bit of a journey with this channel, but also in my life in general. And I'll talk more about that in the new year. But this setup is what I need, because I want to be able to come in, I want to be able to set up a beautiful setup that has flexibility and be able to produce content that's right away, right off the bat, edited and ready to upload, so that I can get like a bit of a turnaround and produce more videos. Last year, well, including this video, if I get this up before the new year, I would have uploaded 33 videos to YouTube, which I wanted to do one a week. And there was times when I was doing very consistent, but then near the end of the year, I really slowed down because like I said, I'm on another concurrent journey that I'll talk about in another upcoming video in the new year. But that's it for today. Using that venerable Sony FS700 in 2025, soon to be 2026, and getting some real life out of it with this studio setup. This setup I'm really happy with, and there remains to be seen how this all looks on YouTube. But what I'm seeing coming out of the files that are coming out, it's really great, and I love the look of it. and the sound of it. The MixPre is such a great little mixer and capture device. I can't more highly recommend a audio device than the MixPre 3. It's a little spendy, and I've got the version 2, the Mark II. It's a little bit expensive, but it's got 32-bit, and it's just got such great pre-filters. The ability to put on this Rode Procaster mic, which is a very high gain mic, and be able to just capture it with the MixPre and get those beautiful pre-filters is really awesome, and it's a big step up from just going directly into camera with a mic. So that's it for today. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.